Hey folks, today is January the 25th. It's currently about 1:30 in the afternoon. Right now we're on the Scientific Trading Machine website. We're going to look at doing our final review today. If we scroll down here, you can see that this is a ClickBank product, and they always give a 60-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. You can see that right here. All right, let's go ahead and jump in here. Let me get this out of the way. All right. And this is what we're going to be basically using to get through the review here. First thing I want to touch on is a few facts that I've found and come across as I've gone through the system myself. The base system is very simple. You wait for a higher time frame. Actually, you wait for several higher time frames to link up, either green or red. The yellow swing dot and white signal dot, the RSI, the STM HA bar, and the cloud. You have to wait for all of those to coincide before taking a trade. As you guys can see here, I've shown them in lots of videos. This is the STM HA bar. That's the RSI. Then you have the cloud up here. And then you have the swing and signal dots up here. All right. Swing and signal dots must be on the same side. In other words, as you can see here, we need the swing and signal dots to be on the same side of the market in order for it to be, or in order for it to count as a trade setup. Let me see if I can find an example of one that would not be a trade setup. All right. Let me stop that. All right, so if I was looking at this trade right here and I saw this, as you guys can see here, we have the white dots going across. And let's say we didn't have this yellow bar right here, or this yellow dot right here. If all we had was this one here, this would not be a trade setup. And that's basically what that means. All right, hopefully that makes sense. It's pretty simple. That's something I messed up on initially, so I just wanted to make sure that nobody else makes that same mistake. All right, you can only have 4 candles in between the swing and signal dots. Again, this is relatively simple. As you can see here, from there to there, it's only 4 bars. And actually, we can have as many as 6 because we don't count the swing and signal bars, or we don't count the bars that have the swing and signal dots on them. All right, so that means we can have a total of 6 in between. And most times you'll get where they're right next to each other or where they're directly on top of each other. I've seen that a lot of times as well. But all you have to do is just see how many bars. You can just count them yourself right here. For example, there are 2 bars in between the swing and signal dots. Right here, there are no bars in between the swing and signal dots. And that's pretty much it. It's really simple. Right here, there's 1 bar. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. There's nothing difficult about that. All right, let's keep on moving. All right, at least 2 higher time frame colors must match. Doesn't count if not right next to each other. All right, what that basically means is over here, if we have 2 higher time frames that are the same color and they're right next to each other, that's good. In this case, if we have the 1H and the 1D that are the same color, but the 4H is red, we would skip that. The same thing if the opposite happened. If we had the 1H and the 1D red and the 4H was green, we skip it. We want them to be right next to each other, either the 1H and the 4H or the 4H and the 1-day. All right. Stop will go at the signal line. Take profit will be 2 times the stop size. Again, pretty simple here. Once we actually get entered into a trade, let's say we got entered into this buy trade right here. Let me see if I can find a better example. All right, let's say we took this short. As you can see, the swing and signal dots are right next to each other. So we would have entered right here at this point. Stop would have been right there, let's say 25 pips. Profit target would have been 50 pips. So it would have been right here. All right, so basically the system recommends using a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. All right, let's keep on moving here. Supply and demand zones are only valid once. Let me see if I can find one on the chart. Basically what that means is that once the market pushes through one of these supply and demand zones, it should disappear because they'll no longer be valid because they've been broken. Just trying to find an example here. Excuse me. Here it is. All right, here's an example. As we can see here, market came up, reacted to it. The market comes back up here again. This will most likely disappear. Let me see something. Let's go back and see if we can find a green example. Nope. As you can see, we don't have any previous zones here, and the reason is because they have disappeared. Once these levels get broken more than once, they're no longer valid. All right, no trading in sideways markets. This is something I have had issues with in the past. So once you see markets that they have these really long wicks like you see here, don't take trades in this market. You know, if you can clearly see that there are two levels that the market is just bouncing up and down on, those are conditions that you basically just want to skip. Same thing here. Really big wicks, small bars just going sideways. Even if there are larger bars and you see that it's just going sideways, you want to skip that type of a market condition. All right, so that's basically covering what the base system is and how it operates. SignalX is a little bit different. All right, SignalX is more complicated and consists of additional confirmations and trading dashboard. Focus on, let me pull that up really quick. Let me see if I can find the trading dashboard here. All right, here it is. All right, this is the trading dashboard. Let's see what it says here. All right, and the trading dashboard focused on the best session movers and daily movers. That's this right here, session movers, daily movers. Basically what you want to do is you want to find the trades that show up in both of these areas here. For example, let me see, Euro CAD, not there. CAD Japanese Yen, nope. Euro GBP, nope. GBP Japanese Yen. So in this case, we don't really have any that overlap. So we can just maybe take the top two here, top two here. All right. Now let's see here. All right, check the trend locators. That's this right here. And again, we don't want to take trades or focus when we have a gap right here. So we have a green, then we have a red, and then we have a green. We want to see them right next to each other. Either all three are one color, or two right next to each other are the same color. All right, next we want to check the patterns of the chosen pair. Now we want to come over here to the pattern scanner and see if there is anything developing on the chosen pair that we're going to be focusing on. All right, next you're going to want to confirm the pattern with the RSI. And they do talk about all of this in the in one of the webinars and also in a PDF file that they give us as well. So this is what is this called here? The pattern scanner. This is what the patterns actually look like here. And all you have to do is basically choose whichever currency pair you want to see. If we were focused on GBP and ZD, we could click on that, pull that up, and then we could simply see that it was a T2 pattern. And like I said, they'll actually tell us how to confirm with the RSI in the PDF that we get as well. All right, and then after you do all of those steps, then you can come back to the base system and see if we get the dots for the setup to take the trade. So basically, SignalX gives us a few more methods of confirmation. I have seen, based on what the members area has done, or what members in the members area have done, that it does seem to give a higher win rate. All right, let's go ahead and check a few of the questions that have popped up from you guys, and then also that I wanted to get out there. All right, does the system repaint? From what I've seen, no. Everything generally stays the same. Let me see here. If we can get back to the ahead of this, I can show you what I'm talking about. All right, once this turns red, once that turns red, once these turn whatever color they're going to be, everything, like I said, stays the same. Once these dots pop up, I've never seen one of these dots disappear after it's popped up. So I'm going to have to say, no, the system does not repaint. All right, are we required to use the vendor's broker? I did speak on this in a previous video, but the answer is no. Does it have audible alerts or push notifications? All right, the answer to that is yes. Once we get an alert or we have a signal that's setting up, we'll get a pop-up with an alert, and that is what we can see here. Dot alert for bottom on Euro AUD. It tells us, let me see if I can find one. Some of them give us a bit more information. Here we can see RSI and HA bar confirmed setup on GBP Japanese yen. So depending on what pair you're looking at and what indicators you have on the chart, it'll give you more information. For example, let me find one where I've added. All right, so on this one right here, you can see I've added 2 new indicators that they gave us here. And that's why GBP Japanese yen is able to give us more information, as you can see like that, for example. So as you get those new indicators every week, make sure you go ahead and add them because it's going to come in handy here. Let me exit out of that. And give me 1 second. I'm going to try and find the indicator that actually makes the noise so I can show you guys the settings. Give me 1 moment. All right, here it is. It looks like it is the STM alert dots. As you guys can see here, it has the email alert and also the push notification. So those are the 2 options that we have. All right, is it different from previous systems put out by Old Tree Publishing? I'm going to definitely have to say yes. Some of the other systems put out by Old Tree Publishing are basically really simple. Just when everything lines up, you take the trade. This one is, I don't want to say a lot more complicated, but there are several more steps that you're going to have to go through, especially when you add on Signal X to the system. You won't just be able to look at the chart and say, I'm going to take this trade because everything's lined up. You know, you're going to have to look at the different patterns that they give you. There is, like I said, the PDF. When you see the pattern, you're going to have to go to the PDF and just follow the instructions there and see how to confirm everything. I mean, there's just a lot of extra that some of the other systems did not require. So this is definitely not the same as a lot of the other systems I've tested from Old Tree Publishing. All right, is support good or bad? I'm going to have to say it's been great. You know, they have email support. They give you a phone number. You can also go into the forum and talk to the vendor directly. And I can actually show you guys the forum here right now. Let me pull that up really quick here. All right, so this is the forum. As you can see here, there are areas for talking about the manual, DVDs. You can come in here and you can do your own trading journal. You can post your charts. And obviously the vendor is very good at getting back to people. Here's the download section. That's where you'll get your indicators and things of that nature. So yeah, definitely good with customer support. All right, let's bounce out of there. Okay, my results. As you guys know, I started out trading on the 5-minute, and a lot of you guys wanted me to jump up to, you know, the hourly or the 4-hour, but at the end of the day, I ended up doing the 15-minute because a lot of people emailed me specifically asking about the 15 minutes. But for right now, my 5-minute trading, that was 6 wins, 3 losses. Obviously, you guys can go back and watch those trades either on the website or on my YouTube channel. Now, the 15-minute was a little bit different here. We can take a look at every trade we took on the 15-minute chart here. I wanted to make that separate so that we could see exactly how the 15-minute would do by itself. And as you can see here, most of our 15-minute trades were losers. And again, this is simply the base system. This is not with Signal X. I really wanted to test the base system out. It's the simplest, people will be able to get the system and jump right into it. But as you can see, just by itself, it obviously didn't do too well. But right here, we did have this win, and the winner was actually, several times larger than a lot of our losses here. So that's one good thing. But anyway, we'll leave that as what it is. All right, member results. Now I want to show you guys some of the results that some of the other members have gotten. I always like to do this so you can get more than just one point of view. All right, this is the trading journal. We can come in here and check out some of them. All right. D. Kunan's trading journal. All right, so far in the STM, I've spent a lot of hours just studying the system and following along with all the training. I spent a few hours each day in the MT4 just looking for patterns based off of the Trader's Console. What a great tool that it is. I'm almost caught up with the webinars. All right, let's see here. So far, I have 3 trades that have all been successful STM trades. The first one I did was profitable, but I was not up to speed on the validation with multiple time windows. All right, let's see how this individual is doing here. Okay. Give me one moment, guys. I might have to log back in. It might have logged me out automatically. Be back in 1 second. All right, guys. I have this open in an incognito window, so I was hoping that it would let me bring these up without any issues, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. So those particular ones I'm going to have to just skip over, but I can let you guys see here. Scott's trading history. Hi, Nikola. Here is my trading history for the past month. I currently have $2,856 or a 28% profit on trading with 1 and 0.05 lots. All right, let's get to some of the actual charts here. All right. Hi, Nikola. I'm very limited for time since my job takes about 85% of it, so it makes me feel behind at times. Let's see what he was able to do. All right, so as you guys can see, he has a stop. This is where he entered, and his take profit is twice the size of his stop. And let's see how it turned out. As you can see, the market went right up to it. Euro Japanese yen, he's trading on the 15-minute chart. And Euro Japanese yen. All right, here's his other trade. This is on the GBP USD 15-minute chart. Made 91.50 on that one. All right. Where is... All right, it's possible this is what he was looking at here. I was looking for the little arrows where it shows his entries and exits, but don't seem to be on the chart there. All right, let's keep on scrolling here. Alex's results for 4 days of trading. Thank you. Appreciate all that you are doing for us to become even better and more consistent. Let's see how he's performed here. All right, you do not have permission to perform that action. Looks like this one's going to give me some difficulties as well. Anyway, it says, great job. One thing I noticed is that you are using fixed lot size in the last few weeks. Move that to percent base for better results. All right. Hey, Nikola, I know you said not to trade this week, but it's so hard to not at least demo for this week. Below is yesterday's trades. Again, thank you for everything you are doing for us. Great results. Now, I know that staying away from trading is hard. That was one of the goals for this week. Traders usually make money first on real account in first, let's say, 3 weeks of the month. Now they made enough and they are happy with results. But instead of stopping, giving yourself some relaxation, people continue to trade and somehow lose everything till the end of the month. I love your idea of switching to a demo account, but still there should be some relaxed time. All right. And again, same thing here. At least I can show you guys some of the results that people are telling us about. Hopefully we'll be able to actually see some of the pop-ups. All right, great European Open session trade on USD Japanese yen. Great work and wisdom. I'm glad you made a profit. Looks like you followed most of the rules. Check the distance between swing and signal dots. Okay, same thing. Typically, when I go incognito, it does not give me these problems, but I guess it's simply deciding to do it today. All right, nice AUD USD potential trade. It's showing that everything linked up properly. Let me see what he said. Yep, exactly what you should be looking to get from your setups. Great job. All right, this one's working. Looks like he's looking for a long setup. Got in here. Market went up. Nice looking trade. Here's a T2 pattern. So obviously that trade worked out for him. All right, hi Nikola and all. My first trade using STM, 67 pip gain, $423 in profit. Good job, Russell. All right, so as we can see here, definitely looking for a short. All 3 higher time frames are red. Everything's lined up here. Swing and signal dot are actually right on top of each other. Most likely entered right there. And he used 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Very nice. All right, hi Nikola. Pattern scanner for USD, CAD, HNS. Went for the trade before signal dot and swing dot. Looks okay, maybe too small pattern, but still fine. All right, as we can see here, swing and signal dot. And it looks like this is an aggressive trade setup, but nonetheless, still turned out to be a nice winning trade. As you can see, definitely used 1 to 2 risk to reward, which means his profit target is twice the size of his stop. Turned into a nice winner. And he was able to get it before hitting this level right here. All right, Randy's trades. Randy had a loser with the AUD USD, and he had a winner with the USD Japanese yen. Good job, my friend. Everything was according to the rules, so I can't complain. All right, so it looks like it's not going to let us see that. It's a bit disappointing, but it happens off and on. I've also tried clearing my cookies, and for some reason, it still does the exact same thing. So that might just be a issue I'm having with my computer, because I know other people are able to go back there and they don't have any issues whatsoever with opening up charts. So that's most likely just on my end. All right, so I was able to show you guys the member results. I was able to show you guys my results, went over the questions, went over the facts that I think you guys should know. All right, so as far as my final thoughts on this system, the base system, and again, that's what you guys can see here, that does not seem to work very well by itself. And again, that's just my opinion based on what I've seen with testing. Also, from what I've seen members doing in the members area, when they add Signal X, it does seem to increase the win rate greatly. Also heard from people who are simply focusing on the trading patterns, and that is in the member dashboard, which is right here. And these are the trading patterns. So I have heard from people that are simply focusing on these in its entirety. This is all they're focusing on, and they're doing extremely well with those. So that's another option that you guys have. Let's see here. I would also say to focus on a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio just to keep yourself safe. So there you guys have it. I wanted to keep this under 25 minutes, and we're currently at about 23 minutes here. So definitely, I think if you're going to buy this system, do not just focus on the base system itself. I've talked to a few other people as well that have tried the base system, which is mainly trading, like I said, the dots, what you guys can see on my screen, and basically just waiting for everything to line up. It does not work as well as advertised. You will need to add Signal X to make this as profitable as they talk about on the website. That's just my opinion. All right, as always, if you guys have any questions, do not hesitate to send them my way. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, you can check below to get $250 off. And let me see here. Once you actually purchase the system, just shoot me an email, and I'll send out the news calendar system. One thing you don't want to do is be in the market excuse me, during a news release. And what this enables you to do is it'll give you an audible alert 15 minutes before the news release comes out, and it'll also give you an alert once it actually comes out. So this is definitely a good indicator to have, and it'll definitely benefit your trading. All right. Also, I wanted to mention that you do have a 60-day no questions asked guarantee. I mentioned that at the beginning of the video, and I wanted to mention that again here at the end. All right, so if you guys have any questions, I'm always here to answer them. I hope you guys enjoyed the final review of the Scientific Trading Machine, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, folks.